Well, it's Sunday morning, and they're just setting up the cafes outside. It is our last day in Lisbon. We're going to take the train back to Porto, and this marks day 17 that I've been on the road, and doing okay. Have my sea legs underneath me. Jet lag's no longer a factor. Of course, the European dining hour is a lot later than in America. There's a tour guide, early morning tour guide, and the shops are starting to fill up. It really doesn't take long to get into the European vibe. And the weather, here it is. Second week of October, full sunshine, and probably about 80 degrees today. I talked about how in traveling and picking this time for travel, I really wanted to find the sweet spot. I wanted to get to New York after the humid period, and it turns out we had some glorious time in Brooklyn. Ireland is Ireland. It was occasionally rainy, but never cooler than about 55 degrees. And then in Porto and Lisbon, the weather has been glorious. A few days a tad warm, but again, in October it's hard to complain. So I think the idea is to try and do this again in May and find that same sweet spot as we emerge from winter and get into spring before it gets too hot here. I already have a couple of ideas of places that I want to go in Europe when I return. Met a couple from Serbia. They were talking about the beauty there and how Serbia still retains some of the Eastern European flavor. So, and also Africa, get down to Africa. I don't know if Tony's still going to be in Egypt, but I'll plan on visiting him as well. But almost everyone in Portugal has been vaccinated. The place is opened up. Vaccination is not an issue with people. It's not a political thing. It's a public health issue. And as a result, they have very few COVID cases, so maybe we have something to learn from that. Anyway, time for a little bit of a walkabout, and then maybe a cup of coffee on the square. Parker out.